Thanks for joining me. This lecture topic is entitled Performance Test Strategy. Once you have defined a performance test strategy, an overall test plan, JMeter provides an IDE to translate the plan into a JMeter test plan or scenario. What remains is executing the JMeter test plan inside the IDE or external to the IDE, and then analyzing the results, which can also be done inside the IDE and external to it. Let us look deeper at what it takes to prepare, run, and analyze a JMeter test. Before we go further talking about JMeter, what about identifying a test strategy that we can use throughout the course, something that can support a building block approach to test planning? A test strategy should express objectives for testing. So let me introduce what I am thinking about with using 3 application websites: the Internet Hero Co-op site, Google.com website, and something called Web Tours. The first 2 sites are online, while the last site will be a local website. I am thinking about using them in a way that demonstrates a building block approach, which is typical for building a test framework. I want you to be mindful of a web development project that might be agile driven, even though our focus will be on the QA sprints of the project. We are focusing on the performance testing of the project to meet QA performance requirements. In speaking of performance requirements, we are referencing test requirements that address performance assurance. We take a little liberty and pretend the business has identified what the performance test requirements should address. This is not normal. Usually, the business analysts and management, the stakeholders, are not sure what should be in the scope of performance test requirements. It may tend to be too high level, something like, we want some functional and performance tests done for a quality deliverable application, and oh, by the way, we need some security and maybe even usability testing to ensure the software is secure and user-friendly. All right, let us move through the muck and mire or mud. Our touch point is performance assurance. Let me etch in your mind the 3 application sites I mentioned. First, the smallest of the 3, or the Google site, which you are probably most familiar with. Then there is the Internet Hero Co-op site for testing login processing. And finally, there is a website called Web Tours, which is a flight management application. This site we will use for the performance test project. My time has ended for this session. I thank you for yours. Join me in the next video.